this is a quick primer on getting started in developing with the Python web. So first, I advise that you install Anaconda Python if you haven't already installed it. So you search for Anaconda Python, go to it, click on Get Started, click on Download Anaconda Installers, and then you choose the one that is appropriate for your computer, okay? I have already done that, and so I will skip this step, but the next step I need to do is to create an environment. An environment is like a version of Python that contains only the packages that you need in a particular project. The problem is, or the point is, that Python has packages, and different projects may require different versions of the packages. So a good habit is, when you start developing in Python, is to create an environment, which is a kind of like a version of Python and its packages around it, that only contains the packages you need for that particular project. So let's do that. I have a Conda already installed, so I do Conda create name, and I give a name to the environment, which is, for example, CC183. And then I want to choose the version of Python. I like to choose 3.7. You can choose 3.8 if you like. I think Python Web has been tested in 3.8 as well, but I will stick to 3.7 because I'm a person of habit. Okay, so when I do this creates an environment. It takes a moment to do it, so it asks me whether I want to proceed. I say yes. Okay, and now I follow these instructions and I activate the environment. So the environment is not active now. I'm in the base Python environment, and if I do this, it will become active. Great. At this point, the next thing I need to do is install Python Web. So I go to Python Web, pythonweb.com. I go to the source code. So I think we have here in front of us a typical defect in website design that we have to avoid in our own class. Namely, look at what happens. This is called responsive design. The website changes as you change the width of the browser. And now magically the button appears to clone. If you shrink it again, it disappears and it becomes next to impossible to find. So when you design your own websites, you need to do better than this. You need to make sure that all the important elements are present even when the window is narrow. But for now, I will copy this command, copy this HTTPS URL rather, and paste it here and say git clone and then the URL, and this will give me a fresh installation of Python Web. Okay? So once this is done, we can see that there is a Python Web directory. We can go to it, cd Python Web, we can list it, and we can see that there is this important file called requirements.txt. These are the other Python packages that we need to install before we can actually run Python Web. We can see what is in it. Okay, so this is a list of packages, and we have to make sure that we are in the environment we created, and then we can install all the packages by doing pip install -r requirements.txt. Okay, and this will fetch them and install them for us. So this takes a moment. And we're done. Okay, so at this point we need to do one more thing. We are in the Py4Web folder. Let's take a look. This is the executable of Py4Web. Okay, so we need to set a password for the dashboard. This will not be incredibly security crucial, because we will be accepting connections only from the local host in development, but still we need to do it so that to ensure that the dashboard is only accessible by us. Okay, so we do Py4Web set password. Oops, sorry, I forgot a .py. Okay, we give a password. Okay, and this stores it in a file, so the next times we launch, we don't need to type the password each time. And to run, we can say run, and then we have to specify in which folder are the applications. So the philosophy of Web2Py is that there is a single web server that can serve multiple applications. So let's take a look a moment actually at which applications we have installed. They are in a folder called apps, and inside it we have, well, this simply says that there are packages here, okay, and this is just a cache. But there is a dashboard, a default app, a minimal app that you can modify if you want to start very simple. And then there is a scaffold app that is used as starting point if you want to create a new application. There is an example app, there is a MyFeed app, there is a to-do app, and we will be adding many apps in the course of this class. So every time we will be developing some examples or developing a site in order to illustrate a concept, we will be developing an app. And so we have to specify when we run the Py4Web, where is the folder that contains all these applications. And Py4Web will look at the folder and make available to us all the applications inside the folder. So we have to say Py4Web run apps, and this, oh, I'm sorry, again, and this starts running Py4Web, and it tells us that if we want to look at the dashboard, we have to visit this particular URL. Okay, so we can visit this particular URL, and it asks us for the password that we typed when we defined the password. And here we are. So this is Py4Web that is running from the local host. There are the following applications installed. Here are tickets that report errors. And this is a description of the Python installation. Now, some of you may be wondering, why I told you to install Py4Web in this way, by cloning the Git repository, installing the packages by hand, rather than following the instructions here on the Py4Web GitHub site. Okay, here are instructions for the installation. Here. And the truth is that you can also follow these instructions. But the way I advised you enables us to easily benefit from updates to Py4Web, because since we have a Git repository locally cloned of Py4Web, if there will be a change to the Py4Web source code and we need to pull it, it will be very simple to do that using Git.